Guys, I got a little bit of sniffles. Tracy, welcome to the call. Okay, everybody, we are live and we are recording. Let me get myself set up here so I'm good to see what I'm doing. Okay, that's perfect. Welcome. Today is 11/11 already, and we got a date of 11/15. But instead of going aggressive on everything, I want to go back to the basics a little bit, because the basics are what's going to make the company and keep it growing into the future. So let's not forget where we came from, and let's not forget to keep the basics said so it comes on over. So for some new people on the call tonight, thank you for showing up. All of you, thank you. I want to go back to the beginning of We Share for you, and give you a little understanding on who we are, what we're about, and where we're headed to. And I think that's important along the journey, not to forget the mission. So Jonathan, I meant after the call, buddy. So let me help you out with everything. We Share is a Christian-based company. The main mission within We Share is to share the word in the Bible. And I'll give you a little background. It won't be long on that. And then we'll go into what we do as a marketing company. But years ago, people were bringing the Bible to different countries and governments that really didn't want the Bible in there, and they were doing it through carrying it personally or through some form of the Bible or an M3 player, whatever it may be that they were bringing in. And they were meeting with a lot of resistance from governments, from people within the community. So it got to be a little more challenging and hazardous for people as they kept doing it. Some were disappearing, some were getting locked up. So Roger has a background in programming. If you don't know it, Roger was one of the first people. Well, he created the micro-DOS system, which brought us all here online today. He also had 37 years of programming within the U.S. military, whether it was in defense weaponry or aerospace, submarine. He's written a lot of programs. So we are in good hands as far as the technical support. And honestly, everything on that site, Roger has built himself personally, so he knows how it works. He knows everything is working perfectly, and it is. The site may look a little cumbersome to some of us, but trust me, that site is built into the future, and his main mission is in several years from now, whether it be, depending on us, 3, 5, 10 years. He wants to challenge companies like Amazon and Google by putting on different phases within the program. We're going to cover phase 1, phase 2, but phase 3, I'm going to ask him to move ahead and open up the library so we can all start to promote our own books within there and be able to give them out. But he was looking at phase 3 as the online mall. Then he has a bidding site for phase 4 or 5. He also has the patents where we protect all intellectual properties, whether it's songwriting, poetry, inventions, whatever it may be, we can protect it thoroughly. We have that IPF now, but there'll be a better program for that. And of course, we got the gaming platform coming up. So he's got a wide spectrum of programs, and some we haven't even heard of that he's going to institute within We Share. So the first thing I want to cover with you guys is you're looking at a white screen, and you're probably looking at, and some of you are wondering what it is. Well, the first link, the bit.ly link, is a simple process to go through the back office. As I said to each and every one of you, the site is a little cumbersome. It's got a lot of information. And even for my own background, it took me 2 weeks to go through the site. And it was 2 weeks of wasted time. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Because when I grabbed the concept, 2 to get 2, that's all it was about. And I excelled in the month of April instead of excelling in the half the month of March, because I stayed there looking at the site. So what I did was I broke down the site to the buttons or the features that you will need there. It's a very short video, but it'll give you the basics on what you're going to need on a daily basis. And as you go along, you can click on any of the buttons that you choose to learn what they're about. But the basics are what's going to make and break you. And that's what that We Share Simplified is. The next link is your back office link. Now, everybody says, where do I log in? You don't log in. When you click on that link, you're going to see a header up top with a black background, and you're going to look for the word back office. You can look at all the videos up top. It's up to you. I don't give it out to people because there's just too much information on that site. It confuses them, it freezes them. So I use it to get into my back office, and you'll click on the word back office. It will take you into the back office. Once again, you'll meet with another black banner up top. That banner will have things like referral links, teams, wallets, a couple other links up there. And you click them on, and when you go down to the bottom, that will be your login. When you see the different color buttons, you can start to choose. I mean, if you look at bit.ly, We Share Simplify, you'll understand what I'm saying very well. The bottom link, the one with the share in it, is the one that I offer to other people because it gives them a good basic understanding of We Share pledges without confusing them. And then when we pique their interest, we can get them on a three-way call, myself or any of the uplines that are in the company or the people that have a better idea about We Share. And that is the best way that I've seen to promote anything. Say less, go faster. And of course, it's in the numbers. As more people you put it out in front of, the more people are going to look at it. So once again, We Share's foundation was a Christian-based company that wanted to get the Bible throughout the world. Roger invented a way of getting these books placed on the blockchain, meaning that no matter what he writes, I cannot change it, you cannot change it, the government cannot change it. If we attempt to, once it's clicked back on, it'll go to its original form. And when they did that, they found a way of spreading the word of the Bible throughout the world in a way where it can't be tarnished, it can't be messed with, and nobody can physically get hurt by distributing it because we can send it to the four corners of the world simply by putting out a book link, which we'll go over as we go on. So once he did that, he started to build a company around it. And now we have books in that area of all different niches, whether they're healthcare, weight loss, protecting intellectual properties, motivation, entrepreneurship, and of course, we have our flagship book, which is the Bitcoin Word of God, which is the mission, and also the Bible, King James 1611, is included in there, and you can give them away to as many people as you like. What it's called is ebook marketing, and the difference between what I found in ebook marketing and versus the other marketing types that we use, whether they be capture pages, websites, is that when we're sending them out, we're expecting people to fill in information. And sometimes in this world of stress and pressure, people get offended when you throw a link at them and they come back and ask you, will you build rapport before you throw your business at me? So with ebook marketing, it's a little different. I can get on and speak with anyone about anything. I'm not going to sign them up and We Share. I'm going to find out a little bit about them. You know, hey, Queen, what's been happening in your life? What have you been doing? If I don't know, hey, Queen, this is Steve West. I just wanted to reach out and say hi to you. When she says hello, I say, hey, Queen, what's been happening going on with you? And she'll start to tell me a little bit about her life. And she may say to me, well, you know, I'm in this new company and it's doing really good. Do you want to take a look at it? I said, great. How are you doing marketing in that company? How are you finding leads besides, you know, people popping up like me saying hello and you introducing the company to you? And she can say, well, I'm doing solo ads, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Is it costly? Is it cost effective? Well, it's just starting to work. Well, Queen, I can help you out a little better. I love the concept, and yes, send me your link because I'm going to give you something for free that I think is going to help you market it. Now she's willingly giving me her website link. She's willingly giving me her name and her email address because I'm going to include it in the book that fits her niche, and I'm going to send her back a free book. What I'm truly doing is on the top link, and we'll show you all this in a second, in the top link, I'm putting in Queen's link to her business. It could be anything, abc.com. In the middle of the book, I can do a couple of things. I can put in Queen's name and Queen's email address, or I can put in her phone number, or I can put in a personalized, a branding website, so we can take them right to a branding website. And then in the bottom of the link, I always have my We Share link in there, directing people back. So what I'm effectively doing is I'm giving Queen something of value she can learn from. She's going to share it with other people. When she's sharing it with other people, she's sharing my link. Now it's my moral responsibility and yours to tell Queen that. So when she says, well, how do I get your link off there? Simple. You purchase the one-time out-of-pocket $30 marketing system, and you can have all three of your links in there. You can have the link on top, the link in the middle, the link on the bottom. That is the basics of those ebooks. They go into a lot more than that. I'm not going to get into them on the call tonight, but if you're having any problems with marketing with that ebook, you're more than welcome to give me a call on it, because I'm telling you, the ebooks work like gold. And the reason they work like gold is there is no resistance. It's not my company is better than yours, my industry is better than yours, my niche is better than yours. We can help anyone, whether they're business owners online or business owners offline. We can offer them these books. We can walk into any one of the establishments in your city, they call them retail businesses, and give them a free link to their book with their website in it. And now they can pass it out to their customers, and we're getting recognition on We Share down at the bottom to a whole new marketplace. So I want you to understand the power of those ebooks. It's value-based up front. And in exchange for that value-based up front, we're getting real information back that we can start marketing to. And if they don't take the marketing system, don't get upset, because now if somebody got a weight loss book and did use it, it will work and they will lose weight. When someone says, hey, you look great, Steve, what have you been doing? Well, I got this new book. I read it. I've been following it and it's been effective. Would you like a copy? Sure. If they do the same thing, somebody's going to say it to them. And before you know it, these books are out all over the place, viral, and there's nothing we had to do except pass it to one person that passes it to 10 people. And those 10 people pass it to 10 people. Now you got thousands of people looking at your book simply because you gave it to one person and you allowed the book to process itself. So behind that, we had to get a compensation structure. And the compensation structure Roger came up with is an aggressive plan for each and every one of us to be secure in the future. So I'll share it with you. It's called a 2x7. And that 2x7, Charles, if we can go into the leaders page on the back, and we go into the website, let's go through WeSharePledges.com. Oh, we got a new upgraded grid for you guys to take a look at, so you really like what we got for you. And congratulations, you're doing really well. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very proud of each and every one of us. And I say that because we're all working for the same thing to help each other. So we're going to go into the back office where I told you to go. If you just keep an eye up, we're going to type in there, WeSharePledges.com. I don't think you need to put a link on it, Charles, but that's okay. If you want to, you can do what you like. But we're going to go on WeSharePledges.com. There you go. It'll take you to my link. Yeah, the books will be there. Okay. So we're going to go in on our link to WeSharePledges.com. And I'm going to click on something I want you to see. So like I said to you, here's the front grid. It's the black banner I was talking to you about. All of those videos up top you can watch. I like to pay it forward for people that are struggling right now because it's got an insurance policy built into it. I'll tell you about in a moment. But let's go into the back office and go to the book so we're not all over the place. Okay, when we get to the back office, it's going to take us to another black header. And in that black header, there's a couple of links that you'll be comfortable with. You can see this team, there's referral, there's ebooks, account, security, wallet. We can cover a lot of them. Referral links are all the different sites. Teams are where you get your information on the team that's growing under you and the one you're helping build. Ebooks is what it's going to go into now. Accounts are for basically financial. Security is to change up all of your personal information. And wallet is to find out what is sitting back there. So now we're back in the ebook section. So if you can pull it up, Charles, pull up any ebook. I don't mind what ebook you pull up. You can pull up any one you want. Doesn't matter. So these are the ebooks that we utilize. And this is the flagship book, which is called The Bitcoin Word of God. And as you can see, it's sponsored by both myself and Charles. So when he clicks this on, it is going to start to give us some information that we want. You can submit that. Oh, it is. I'm sorry. Okay. As we go down, it'll tell you all about the book up top. But this is the book itself. And we want to go down to the bottom. Now, here's what I said to you. In this space where you see Steve West, SS West 900, that can be changed to anything. That could be your name. That can be a personal branded website, stevewest.com. That can be a link to another business. That can be the abc.com, whatever it may be. And even the bottom one can be changed into a phone number, an email address, another website. You might want your name there and a website underneath it. But everything there can be changed. And once it's changed, you can just take out the SS and it'll change, Charles. That's all. Just take out the SS. And then we're going to click it on the the GDPR, which is basically changing that book as we talk. And now we're rebranding it. So once we rebrand it now, that book can be sent to Snuffy, and he can take a look at that book, and he sees it's being distributed by him. His link will be at the top. My link will still be at the bottom, and there is his book right there. You just copy and paste that and send it over. But if you wanted to look at the book, you can go down and you can hit download PDF. Don't mind me, guys. I'm dealing with this cold weather, and it's getting the best of me. I like warm weather. I'm in the wrong part of the world. So here's the book. And the top link, as I said to you, it can be put to anyone. It can be put to ABC Company. It can be put to General Motors. It can be put to Mike's Pizzeria. It can be put to anything. Then you're going to have where we changed it, distributed by Snuffy Smith. You can stay there, Charles. And we changed up the email address. That can be anything. That can be a website in there. And then the bottom link always goes back to you, unless they purchase the system. So if you click on the bottom link, you're going to see it's going right back to your We Share Pledges registration page. There is the ID, referral ID up top, 11512. So you can give these books out to millions of people. There's no limit on the amount of books you give out. And if they don't purchase the system and they get value from it, most people share. It's like a movie when they go see a good movie or they read a good book, and they talk to people about it, and they try to share the book. In this case, they can give this information away for free, when the other two examples is either they got to get one book and give it away and keep getting it back to give it away, or they got to pay to go see a movie. Here it's free, and you can do it instantaneously. So that's the power of what you're sitting on the ebooks. Now, as I said to you, the company did want to get in and give us an aggressive compensation plan. So what they built was what's called a 2x7. And I wanted you to go to the leaders page too. Let's go to referral links. That's what I was headed to, Charles. That's okay. I was glad to show the book though. Thank you. We're going to go back into the back office again. And instead of clicking on ebooks this time, once that site generates, we're going to go to referral links. And yes, the site is quick. It's just that we're using Zoom and a couple other platforms that are slowing down the process, but on your own computer, it'll be very quick. So we want to go to referral links. And I want you to pay attention to referral links because it's pretty important here. You got all your different websites there. I use the project one to share with others. I use the basic to go and enter the back office where we are now, but the leaders page is a good one, and why I use Bitcoin is also a good one. I clicked on leaders page because we wanted to go into the top and go to leaders info. And the reason for this is it gives us a schematic or a display of our compensation plan. So let's go to phase one, Charles. So this is phase one, and I'm going to let Charles point it out as I explain it to you. You all came into this company for a one-time out-of-pocket cost of $30. And if you do it correctly, you'll never spend another penny within We Share Pledges. How do I know that? I've accomplished that. A couple other people have accomplished that simply by going out and inviting two people into the company. They're each going to pay $30 for the same marketing system you have. So up top, you're going to see the number 30. That's the $30 they pay. For each of those people, they're going to put in your back office in Bitcoin $20 each for a total of 40. And you can see the 20 up there. So for every person you bring in, you get paid 20 of the 30. 10 goes into the marketing system. Once that is done, you now have $40 in Bitcoin sitting in your back office. The automatic software will come in and take out $32, leaving you with 8, and it will pledge it up 2 levels up to someone's project. The computer will find that person 2 levels above you. It will put $32 in Bitcoin in the back office, but now you opened yourself up to 4 payments of $32 from the 4 people below you. When that is completed, The company will once again come in with the software, take out $64, send it up 3 levels up to whoever's project that is, but now you will get 8 payments of $64. And the totals are at the end. You can see total targets received by floor under the yellow unlimited. Okay, right now we are basically breaking even. On the next level, we're going to break this up into 3 payments because they might not have the 128. So there's an $8 payment, there's a $40 payment, and there's an $80 payment. We need up to the $40 payment to be able to free up money from our back office. So once that happens, we now have to manually upgrade ourselves with pledges, and you want to pay attention, because if you don't, then as your team goes underneath you and pledges up, you will miss those pledges because you cannot receive if you haven't given. You cannot reap if you haven't sowed. So once we hit those 2 pledges, you want to make sure you're staying on top. That's rank 5. Like ourselves, we're down to rank 13 because I don't want to miss any pledges. Remember, this money's not coming out of your pocket. It's coming out of profit. And the profit that comes out is going to make you more profit. So let's say you paid 128. Out of the 8 times 64, which you see is 256, you pay $128. Now you have 16 people paying you $128 for a total of $1,024. So I don't know about you, but I'll spend $128 to make $8,024 any day of the week. Once that's completed, then there will be a $256 payment broken up 3 ways. But once it's completed, you will now receive 32 payments of $256 for a total of $4,096. When that is done, they will take $512 from that $4,096, put it up, and it'll go up 6 levels, and you'll receive 64 people paying you $512 for a total of $16,384. So that little $30 buy-in that you came in with is now costing you more than $30, but it's at a profit, but it's paying you back a lot more. And on the 7th level, you're looking at $1,024 as a pledge up, but you're getting 128 people pledging up to you $1,024 for a total of $65,536. Now, it doesn't stop here. What's to say that I can't put in a brand new person on level 7 and get another 7 levels down to 14? I can, so can you. So it's really infinity. And you can do it again at 21. You can do it at any level, just extend it another 7 levels. So it's honestly not a 2x7. It's a 2x7 setup to show us the power of the structure, but it's a 2 by infinity in real life. So hopefully you caught all that. So if you want, Charles, let's go to the calculator real quick. And you know what? Stay here. Stay here. So let's go to phase 2, where we're at right now. So one of the things I wanted to share with you guys is we're in the 2nd phase. The reason we're in the 2nd phase, and let me clarify that up as I bring up this board, is that when we came in the company in March and we started really going at it in April, we got pretty aggressive. We probably added in about 500 people on our own personal team. We're all one team. We all fill that team together. We fill holes together. We help each other. And it got pretty aggressive. So we actually got Roger to put in phase 2, which he didn't want to do for another couple of months. But there's a reason I wanted phase 2. Phase 2 is a lot bigger in money. It's going to attract a lot bigger builders. It's going to attract people that want to make really serious cash. Not that 65,000 isn't serious, but 65,000 versus 655,000 is a big difference. So phase 2 breaks out this way. Instead of $30, oh, before I go there, let me tell you this. In phase 1, if you come in for $30 and you bring 2 people in that get $30 each in, and they bring in their 4, and they bring in their 8, now you're almost done with your requirements on rank 5. And they bring in 16, now you're making money. They bring in 32, now you're way ahead, and you have your 300 to come over to phase 2. So is phase 2 an additional 300? No, not if you work the program correctly the way it should be worked. 2, getting 2, getting 2, getting 2. Now we all know it's not a perfect world. Somebody may come in with all the greatest intentions in the world. Personal reasons may hold them back. Mental reasons may hold them back. Past experience, whatever it may be. So we always suggest that 2 is not the number. 10, get 10 to get 2 each. It's definitely in the odds of you, and I'll cover some of that as we go along about what stops people in this industry, but definitely don't stop at 2 unless you know the 2 people you have, and those 2 people are going to dig down and put in 2 good people. This is not a system where you want to put in the cat and dog, or your son and your daughter that are not going to work and don't believe in network marketing, or um, any type of structure like this. They call it a pyramid scheme. Whatever their beliefs are, it's hard to change someone's beliefs, especially when they've been programmed and they're sitting there getting killed by the real scheme. But that's okay. You know, it's life, and some people are going to do it, some aren't. There's 7 billion people in the world, and they're all not doing it. So what I'm telling you is true. So you come into phase 3 for a $300 purchase. Now, we do have a date of the 15th of November that this phase 2 is going to open up. I'm going to cover some big details with you, so please pay attention to this part if you're on phase 1. But when you come into phase 2, you pay $300. $200 of that goes up to your sponsor. So if you brought somebody in for $300, you're going to get $200 in Bitcoin. $100 goes to the company for the system, the IPF system that's behind all this, and also for the what is it? Small Dreams Have No Magic book and marketing system. That's also included in that, but you get 200. So now if you got 2 people on this, you would have 400 sitting in your back office. The automatic software will come back in, and instead of taking 32 out, it's going to take 320 out in 3 different payments, 20, 100, and 200, but it's going to take 320 instead of 32 and send it up 2 levels, which is going to cause 4 people to pay you $320. Before we were earning $64, now we're earning $640. It's 10 times the income. When the next step up will be 640. There's your money. It's going to be stepped up once you get it to the net 3 levels above. And then 8 people, and you're going to. Oh, I'm sorry, Charles. Go ahead. You're good. You're going to break that payment down into 3 sections: a $40 payment, a $200 payment, and a $400 payment, just in case only one person comes in at that point. They're going to pay you enough to be able to make 2 of those payments, so you're not losing any pledging whatsoever. And then you can start using your profits to move up as well. But you're going to get 8 people to pay you $640 for a total of $2,560, where before it was $256. Big difference. Once that happens, the company's going to come in, or we're going to do this automated now. I'm not automated manually. You're going to pledge up $1,280. When you do that, you're going to have 16 people pledging back to you $1,280 for a total of $10,240. The numbers are getting aggressive here now, versus before it was 1,000. I think it was 1,240. Now it's 10,240. Then you're looking at the next phase, once again broken down in 3 payments, so we don't miss nothing. But out of that 10,240, 2,560 is going to go up 5 levels on this. Sorry, 5 levels on this, and you're going to get 32 people paying you back 2,560 for a total of 40,960. Now the numbers are getting real. This is where life starts to change for people, and they got this money coming in on a consistent basis, people pledging up. The next level is going to be out of that $4,960 profit, you're going to pledge up $5,120, and 64 people are going to return that $5,120 for a total of $163,840. Now we're starting to talk life-changing money. Then once that's completed, we're going to take $10,240 of profit out of that $163,840 and pledge it up, and you're going to get 128 pledges of 10,240 for a total of 655,360. Now that isn't, they're not combined. That's all separate totals of pledges coming up. So once you combine it, you can start to see the real numbers in this system and how powerful it is, and we're going to show it to you. But what I want to cover right now before we go any further is that this is going to open, phase 2 is going to open at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. So for us on the East Coast, that would be 2 in the morning, 2:59 in the morning. The site's going to shut down for about a half an hour, probably no more. And we're going to get loaded up into this new 2x7. The way we're going to get loaded up, we're going to show you that in a minute, is through production. The ones that do the most will be on the top. The ones that do the second most will be underneath them. The ones that do a little less than them will be underneath them. And even the ones that come in and absolutely invite no one into this phase will then start to fill in a compressed form. And here's the important part. We have about 2,100 people sitting in the We Share structure. Out of that 2,100 people, a lot of them are sleeping, don't get me wrong. But this is going to wake them up because they're not missing $32 payments anymore. They're not missing $64 payments anymore. They're not missing $128 payments anymore. They're starting to miss $320, $640, $1,280. They're going to start waking up real quick to what's happening on phase 2. And the only way they can get to phase 2 is by coming through phase 1. There is no shortcut. You can't find phase 2. You have to come through phase 1. That's where your wallet is. That's where your registration is. That's where all of your details are stored. That's how your back office is formed. So they're going to be coming over, and the system will now start to automate them over when they have 300 in their back office from phase 1. They will be automatically sent over. But up until now, we are doing a compressed matrix, meaning that when it kicks off on the 15th, there'll be no holes in your matrix whatsoever. It will go down as low as the people that we run out of. And hopefully we're going to open that matrix with a number of 300 people on this board. If we do 250, I'm satisfied, nothing less than that. But if we open it up to 250, we're down 7, 8, 9 levels. We're starting to work on the 7th level now, so you can start to see the power of what's happening. But after that, after the 15th, what will happen is people coming from phase 1 will now follow their sponsorship over into phase 2. But from now to the 15th, you have a chance to jump ahead of the whole company. So Charles, if you can go to the new 2x7 that we just got up, I think it's time to go into that. So before we even get there, as he gets ready to go, congratulations. I said to you guys that I definitely wanted our team to be at the top levels. Well, we've taken a good move, and this is not even the updated one. This is from Sunday night. And from Sunday night, well, it might be Saturday, but from Sunday night to now, we've been aggressively putting people in throughout the night. I don't even think Charles slept last night putting people in. I conked out about 2 in the morning. But we've been putting people in, as you can see. I told you, watch out for 11680. He went from number 5 to number 3. He's not done yet because they didn't even calculate the people plus 2 as he has it up there. There's 2 more people coming in underneath him. So he is going to look to take a number 1 spot somewhere. So let me share how this really works. You see at the very top, there's a 1 and then a 2. The 1 is Roger, the owner's spot. He controls that spot. The 2 are both company-based spots to take us on to the future and keep us stable financially for our future growth and make us as big as an Amazon, to make us as big as a Google. Then the 4 people underneath them are open. So let's look at Doc Tassel sitting at number 2. She's one of the 4. There's 4 open spots. On phase 1, this is phase 2. On phase 1, Dr. Tassel is probably 32 levels down from Roger. From Roger's original spot, 2,100 people involved in the company. If I said we put 500 in, there's 1,700 sitting above them. She's probably on row 32 on phase 1. Now she's on row 2. Well, actually, that would be row 3 from Roger. It would be Roger, 2 underneath them. Oh, yeah, row 2. And then her sitting there. So she was able on phase 2 to go from level 32 to level 2. There's no other network marketing or company out there that's going to allow you in a period of time, because you did the work, the right work, to go from level 50 to level 2, level 1000 to level 2. Just because you came in, you saw the opportunity, you saw the 10 times growth, and you went to work. Larry Williams, we show you an old board. He was sitting on number 5 the beginning of last week. He just moved up to number 3. And with those 2 plus, he's probably going to be challenging somebody on number 2, or he'll remain at number 3. But number 3 means that he's in the 8th row. He's one of the 8 people underneath him. Number 4 is one of the 16 people underneath him. Guys, there's a number 4. We have to move up and move those PP out. I told you this. I mean it. I'm not being angry or mean about it, but we've built this. Since March, we have been focused. Since March, we have added the 500 people. There's no reason for one of those PP people to be sitting above us. They pay up to us. We don't pay up to them. We've been paying them $32. We've been paying them $64. We've been paying them $128. It's their turn to pay us $300. It's their turn to pay us $640. It's their turn to pay us $1,280 or $240. It's not our time to pay them. So you see that one PP sitting in 4 and 5, they got to go. Sorry. One of you got to fill it. Sammy, you got to fill it. Micah, you got to fill it. Ravel, congratulations. TJ, congratulations. We are sitting pretty well. You can go down on this chart, Charles. And please, guys, look for your position, because some of you said you didn't see yourself on phase 2. You're there. Okay, stop at TJ, and we'll let them take a look and soak it in. Justina, need you to knock out that PP on number 5 and the PP on number 4. We need to knock these people out. Get them right out of there. Nathan, same. Dwight, same. Let's put them in number 6 spots. They don't belong in 5 and 4. There you go, Miss Susan. You're sitting in number 3. You're sitting in number 3. We just had, slow down there, Charles. We just had 11208 come up and take out Fearon. Fearon is sitting up in that position, and now we got to get Fearon back up there. Yes, it's aggressive. It's called money. It's called life-changing money. And if you can go to work for a couple of days and move yourself up from level 6 to level 4, level 5, why wouldn't you do it? We had a new row come in, level 7 we're building. As I said, I want 250 to 300 people. On the old diagram, you'll see Stephen Walsh was sitting on level 6. Now he's down to level 7. But with a little one person coming in behind him or attached to him, he can move right up to level 5 ahead of some of the PPs on level 6. And he can have them paying up to him. You can keep going down. Okay, is this the next team? Did we only cover one team right now? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there you go. There's the next team coming up. Okay, Miss Dolores, I know you're working hard. Keep working on that. Persevere. Good work. Get up to 4. Now here's the second one of the 4 people. This is Phil, or the third one. He has, I'm going to share something with you that's really powerful. Here's his team. So Phil's up there. We got a couple of, on this team, we seem to be taking over and moving up. We don't have as many PP sitting in front of us, but there's one down there, 11511. You guys need to take him out. Fearon's still sitting in number 3. He went from number 2 to number 3. Still a strong placement. Congratulations. But let's go take that spot back, Fearon. There's no reason for somebody else to have your spot. Let's put some of these people down. Keep going down. Take your time. I want to share something with you once we get done. There is mine and Charles' spot. That is our team. Philip Hyde moved up. He took a number 3 spot under there. I need Ken. I need you up. I need Michael up. I need Donovan up. I need Stephen Williams up. Anybody you see with a name by it is definitely on our team. The 518 could be on our team. I just don't have a name with it. That's why there's a question mark. But we know who's not on our team. Probably the 11637 is on our team as well. One of you may have signed those numbers up, and we don't know. So if you know who those numbers are, give me a text and tell me their name, and we'll keep their name in there. So when they come on the calls, so you can see the progress of your own team. That's why we put names in there. We come without names. We do this work before we get on the calls to make you understand where you're at and what you need to get done. We have now 4 days to do this, and it's going pretty well. I don't doubt we're going to get 250. I truly don't doubt it the way it's going. But I want us compressed up to the top. Why do I want us compressed up to the top? Okay, Charles, can you scroll up a little bit to our position? And this is important what I'm sharing with you. Okay, so 11512 is our position, and we want to be one of the four up top. That was one of my goals. I will not lose it. If I have to work night and day to keep it, I'm going to keep it. Why? Because it's given me a compressed matrix down 6 levels right underneath me. That's going to pay up to me. But here's what's more important. The people that are personally associated with me and the people that are personally associated with them are going to give me a 50% matching bonus, just like yours are. So we got one team built here, and a lot of my personals are on here, but even more so, a lot of people that I didn't personally involve and I had nothing to do with is sitting on here as well. Plus, as you see, we got some PP people on it, which are going to be paying up to me, which I'm finally glad that I'm not paying them. They're paying me, number one. But if we scroll up to another leg, let's go to the second person that's on those 4 openings. I want you to understand this. This is where the power comes in, the money. If we go to another leg, so you got 4 holes, you got the company on top, the 2 company sponsored positions below it, and then 4 open positions, which we're on one, Phil's on the second one. I got people on Phil's team. So I got Bob Beatty on Phil's team. I got Teresa Vernon. I got Dorothy Charles, Fearon. All of these people will be paying up 50% matching bonuses on a team that has nothing to do with me, because this team is compressed down 6 levels too. And I'm going to make matching bonuses on Bob Beatty up top, from the work that comes up to him. So you're not getting paid on your only team, you're getting paid on all of them. Go to the next team. We can find people. And there's a lot of people on this call right now that have people on each and every one of these legs. So when I'm looking at this board, I'm looking at the top positions, and I'm looking to see who I'm associated with that's going to match 50%. And I'm starting to see people pop up now. Dave Gordon, Susan Kloss. These are people that are going to be helping me gain 50% matching bonuses on this board. So I want them up top, but I want all you up top. I've been working with Tracy all week. Tracy went from number 5 up to number 3, and we're going to push him to get up to number 2. Why? Because the more money he makes, the more people he talks to, the bigger that matrix gets, or the deeper that matrix gets, the more money we all make. So this is an opportunity that you've never had before. And I can tell you right now, Tracy is probably, we went over it last night, we can even prove it to you. Tracy's probably 40 levels down from Roger, the top position. Now Tracy's 3 levels down from Roger. So if you don't think that that alone is a great increase in your revenue, you got to think again. Not only that, Tracy has people on different boards. We can go down and look at the different legs, and Tracy has his people attached on those legs. So he's getting 50% matching bonuses. So is Bob, so is Susan, so is Dave, so is Andrea, so is everyone. But the more people you have, the more 50% matching bonuses you get. So here's my call to action to all of you today. We're going to cover a couple other things. You need to take your spot from number 6 up to number 5. If you're at number 5, you want to go up to number 4. If you're at number 6, you want to go up to number 4. But if you can do it now. What is the difference between getting there? What's it take to get there? It takes one person in most places, one child that comes with you on phase 2 to get you from 6 to 5. That is not hard work. 2 children bring you up to number 4. That's pretty powerful when you start to think of it, that you can change your whole life just by simply sharing. That's what you should be doing anyway, inviting 2 people into We Share Pledges. You just went from 37, 40 to number 4, number 5, number 3. It's a pretty powerful concept when you start to believe it and you see the numbers. So let's go to the calculator, Charles. I know the company doesn't like calculators being shown, so this is not a company video. This is my personal team video. I take full responsibility for what I'm showing you on this video. This is how I grow my team, and I need tools to do that, so I have no problem showing you this. This is, they say, potential income. The numbers are worked out exact. If you use these numbers exact, that is your income. They put potential so that they're not promising anything. But this is on phase 2. Let's go to phase 1, Charles. Okay, here's phase one. Let's take that out there and let's go with 2 and 4. 2 children that get 4 grandchildren. That means 2 personals that get 4 of their own personals. That's called one team point. And you're looking at the totals that can come in. That one team point, if it's built all the way down 7 levels, you're looking at $349,480. That's all of those people building down 7 levels. But if not, just you doing it, it's worth $1,112, which for a $30 purchase in is a great way of making money coming in just on 2 people going down 7 levels. But once they go down 7 levels, meaning you're 14 levels deep at the end of this, you're looking at $349,480. Let's do the same thing, changing up phase 2. We're going to click, and you have access to this tool. Now this is phase 2. Phase 2 went from 349,000 to 3,494,000, 10 times. $1,112 went to $11,120 if they just go down 7 levels. Nobody's going down 7 levels. We're all building the same way. We're down 6 levels already on phase 2, building level 7 already. We're building that already. So right there, you're looking at 11,000 just by what we're building now. And I want to push it down to levels 8 or level 9. We won't get close to 9 because 9 is going to hold 512 people. But we could build 8 and start to fill in level 9. And here's the beautiful part. After we get done, when we start getting these incomes coming into us and we start establishing ourselves, because once the 15th or the 16th strikes of November, our placements can never be taken from us. They're solid. There's no more production. There's no more movement. We are solid. We have 2,100 people, or 1,700 at that point, 1,800 coming in underneath us from phase 1. And anybody new coming into the company will come into phase 1. As of the 16th, I will go back to doing phase 1 calls, because I'm telling you, the real way to come in is to come in with the $30 and work the program to your benefit. But right now, understanding that you only have to the 15th, you may want to take a dip in your pocket for 300. Bring some people along with you and walk away with $11,120 just in what we've built already, if you can push yourself up to the top. But if you don't push yourself up to the top, what's wrong with walking away with $1,800, $9,600? That's what we're looking at on that type of a day. And it's only going to get more aggressive as we go. So you're seeing everything for real. These are the numbers, how they work. There's nothing being hyped up here. This is exactly what's going to happen. But what I need from you is to get yourself in the position to do it. And each and every one of us can do it. So I said I was going to tap on this a little bit. Let me tap on it now. What is the problem going on? Most of it is between your ears. You talk yourself into believing that people don't want to hear from you no more. People think you're crazy. You've been in 9 businesses or 90 businesses and you haven't made money. And when you come around, people run. They call it the NFL club. No friends or family left. You can call it whatever you want. You believe that. And if you believe it, everyone else believes it. I don't believe that. I know there's 7 billion people in this world and they want to make money. They want to make money. Some of them will call you a scam artist. Someone will call you crazy. Someone will say, get a real job. Who cares what they say? They're not going to be there when your bills are due. They're not even going to be at your funeral. Who cares what they have to say? I'm saying this from my heart. So here's what I was taught. I'm going to teach you guys the same principle. If you use it, you will be wealthy. If you don't, you continue to struggle, because it's the only theory that works. Contact 1,200 people. Does it have to be done in a day? No. It could be done over the course of a year, 2 years, whatever you want to do. I prefer to go a lot quicker and do it in 6 months or less. Contact 1,200 people. 900 people are going to tell you to go to hell, hang up on you, call you a weirdo, call you a scammer. They're going to call you every name in the book, but who cares? Because that's not your goal. You're looking for the 300 of them that are interested in what you have to say. Out of those 300, only 30 will join you. So you're getting a lot of no's, right? You should get a lot of no's. If you're getting a lot of no's, you're doing the right job. Once those 30 join you, you will find 3 people, like the 4 we have on top, that are building underneath you that will make you silly rich for the rest of your life. So how do you got to find those 3 people? You got to go through the 1,200. There is no shortcuts, people. There's absolutely no shortcuts. Draw it on any business you want, auto sales, real estate, corporate America. Anything you want to put it on, it applies perfectly. A real estate agent's going to call 1,200 people. 900 are going to tell them, I don't have the credit. I just got out of bankruptcy. My credit cards are banged out. 300 are going to say, you know what? My credit's pretty good, but I don't know if I get approved for a loan. 30 of them are going to buy a house. 27 are going to keep that house until they're mortgaged out to the gazillion. They paid back $1 million on a $200,000 home, and 3 of them are going to figure out that I bought this home for $150,000. It's now worth $220. Let me sell it and go buy another $150,000 home. They are called investors, and they will make that real estate agent rich because they will find other investors. So it works in anything you do, and it's the only thing I can tell you. If that's not you, then maybe you want to go get a job. I'm being honest with you because you're just going to struggle and it's going to be a hobby. Then maybe you want to be told what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and how much you're going to make for doing it. Why the owner of the company pulls away at night with a brand new Mercedes-Benz going to a beautiful neighborhood, giving his family everything you wish you can give your family. If you don't believe me, that's how I wound up in this industry. I was working for an unemployment agency. My daughter had a dance recital. She was 8 years old. She's very good at what she does. Well, I'm sorry, she's 9. She was dancing with Patti LaBelle's company. I had tickets for it in Philadelphia at the Mann Center. I went to my employer. I told him how to get out early. When I went to leave, he said, you didn't make your quota today. I know, but I got to get to this dance. I just stayed there an extra hour, make my quota. When I got done, I was rushing out the door, and this Mercedes-Benz comes pulling in an underground lot, beeps at me 3 times. I'm thinking he's beeping and telling me to get out of the way, and I'm a pedestrian. I look over, it's Bill Gall, my boss, waving at me. That day I quit, and I've never come back to any type of a job. And I work from the comfort of my home, being around the people I love, spending the time where I want to spend it, talking with the people I want to talk to. But to do that, I have to contact 1,200 people. So yes, there is a price to pay for it, but the price I'm paying is I'm at the comfort of my own home. I can go have coffee when I want. I can go downstairs, talk with the wife, watch TV. I can go outside. I can mow my lawn. I can do whatever I want. My schedule is around that time, not around some employee's time that's going to say, you know what? You made $500 this week. You made $1,000 this week. That's enough for you. No. I don't want nobody capping my income. So if you're thinking the same way, it's about time. Because the real pyramid scheme is on the outside, not here. This is not the real pyramid scheme. This is the only place you get a true shake, no matter what color, what religion, what sex, what you look like, what you talk like. This is the only place you're going to get a fair shake in the world. The rest of the world is prejudiced and restricted to everything we do. Okay, with that being said, we get paid in Bitcoin. Why do we get paid in Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin reaches all 4 corners of the world. There's no banking sanctions on it. There's no government preventing us from dealing with Russia, China, North Korea, the Arab countries, because we don't get along with them. There's nothing holding us back. We have no borders. Our borders are free. We also use Bitcoin because it's easy to transact, and every transaction is the settlement. What do I mean by that? When I send you Bitcoin, I can't ask for it back. It is settled at that transaction. Like a credit card, people join companies, especially what not type of business. They stay there for 30 days, they grab their money, and then they call up and put a false claim on the credit card that it wasn't them that charged it, it was their kids, if the credit card was stolen. In Bitcoin, that can't happen. The transaction is the settlement, which makes Bitcoin pretty attractive to me. The next thing is, as Bitcoin sits in our wallet or in your Coinbase wallet, it starts to grow. We came in, Bitcoin was at 3,900. Today it sits at 87, 9,000, fluctuating. Predictions say by next week, the week after, it's going to start to shoot up to 10, 12, 14,000 because it's consolidating right now. Is it a real currency? You better believe it's a real currency. There's real money being traded, over $40 billion a day is going through that trading of Bitcoin. That makes it real in my eyes. There's real money there. It's pure. It can't be controlled. No bank can tell you where you can send it to. No bank can overcharge you for sending it. Nobody can tell you who to deal with, how to spend your money, or do whatever you want with it. Bitcoin is in its grassroots stages. It's a little further than it was 10 years ago. It's a lot further. We have industrial money behind it. Once it turns into retail sales, meaning you go down and pay Joe's Pizzeria, your electric company, your rent, your mortgages, and you can do that now through a little credit card called Cash App. It has a crypto feature on it, which can convert your crypto into USD. But as January comes around, you're going to see a lot more technology applied into Bitcoin. That's going to allow you to spend Bitcoin directly and keep the value of Bitcoin, which I don't know what you've dealt in the future, but I've never seen nothing go up from $3,900 to $9,000 in 7 months. I just haven't seen it. So I'm going to put my money where it's proven. It's been around for enough time. Hopefully you see the value in it, but I promise you this. There will be millionaires walking out of We Share, and those millionaires are on this call right now. All you really have to do is get yourself from 6 to 4 to 5. If you wind up on 6, it's not a big deal. We still got 1,800 people coming over from phase 1. But why settle for second best? We've done that too long. It's time to get up and take what is yours and go to work. You got 4 days to lock this down. We're going to keep putting people in up until 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. We're going to stop after that because I don't know if we're going to have a blockage on blockchain. I don't know if we're going to have a problem with banking. And I don't want to take somebody's $300 and not be able to put them in and then have to answer to them in the morning. So we got up to 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday. At 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York, the site will go down. It will come back up. The place you're in is the place you're in forever with We Share Pledges. And if you come in 6, you're still doing good. Congratulations, because we got a great road to go. And we're going to continue to press it forward after the 15th. But I am going to go back to basics of getting people from the 30 to the 300 through using the system or the formula that I've used, and it worked in 10 days. Dr. Tassel did it in 10 days. 4 other people did it in 10 days. It's simply going out and getting 2 to get 2 to get 2. And if one of those people don't want to work, then you go get 3. If 2 of those people don't want to work, you get 4. It's going to happen. But here's the problem with network marketing or working from home. We were willing to work with people we would not hire. Meaning if you had a business and you had to pay their salary every week, would you hire them? If the answer is no, don't bring them into your company because they're going to have the same performance. The only difference is, well, I'm not paying them every week. Sure you are. Sure you are. Just not out of pocket. They're holding your pockets up. So trust me on this one. Work with those that want to work. If you find out they're not working, replace them. Replace them as quick as you can and keep moving on. And when you get that one that starts to go to work, it gives you energy. You start going to work. The people underneath you start going to work, and then you find more people that want to go to work. And when you got that synergy going, $1 million in your account is like nothing at all. Trust me, leveraging people is the greatest way of working together. And this is the greatest industry I can find, working from home, building what they call a pyramid. Yes, everything is a pyramid. And I believe in pyramids because it builds from the ground up, and it's more solid, it's more wide, pushing up. We have a chance to be at the top of that pyramid. Either take it or leave it at this point. So with that being said, I think I covered everything. We're not going to go into a Q&A. We did great time on this. We actually, I'm saying 8:31, so it's got to be 9:31. We're going to go back to work. I got some people to put in. If you guys, Charles, maybe you want some questions, maybe you have questions, take the recording off or leave the recording on and go with questions. And let's see if anybody has questions. Want to open up the mics? I think we covered everything. Unless there's something you want to cover.
If you forgot your password, you penetrator.
Hey.
Hello? Is that Michaela?
Yes.
Are you good? Was somebody asking a question? Alvin, welcome, buddy. Was somebody asking a question? That was TV, Michaela.
Hey, Steve, this is Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, this is Steve. What you got, buddy? Larry D, welcome. Go ahead. You're breaking up, Trace. You're breaking up, buddy. You want to type it in? You want to type it in, Trace? You're breaking up bad. Hey, Steve came out good, and then you broke up. Anybody, can you hear me? Go ahead. Trace, we can't hear you, brother.
Hello?
If you like, you can type them in, and I'll pick them up in the chat. Guys, if you go down to the bottom, you're going to see a little cloud that says chat. You see it down the bottom of your screen. It says chat. You click that on, it's going to let you talk to everyone. I'll put a word in hello. Hello, questions here. Because I don't, if you can hear you, come on out. That should have popped up on everybody's screen or in your inbox. Grace, what you got? Because you got something powerful, and I need your help too on this, Trace, because you went from 5 to 3. Charles, take down the calculator, and let's go to the front page. We share. Or we could put up the 2x2. You want to show the old 2x2 on the progress that we did from last week to this week, and it's not even upgraded right now? That's a good idea. Trace, I want to get you a question, buddy. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sometimes on the Zoom, it takes away our power. But I'm going to show you some of the progress that we made, and congratulations to each and every one of you. I'm serious. I'm really proud of all of you. Okay, this was last week's pledges on November 5th, as you can see the date. And we've got a lot of movement coming up. We knocked a lot of PPE people out of the way. And I'm thankful for that, because that's my goal. These people are not paying us. We're paying them. Let's make them pay us for once. I'm sorry, I'm not being mean. Stacy, welcome. Alvin, you left, but if you're still here, brother, welcome. I haven't talked to you in a long time. And guys, I am sorry if I haven't been in contact with you. Most of you I have been, but some of you I haven't. I do apologize. But trust me, it's not from lack of effort, it's from lack of time. So, I see a lot of you have moved up. Can we connect
tonight, Steve?
Go ahead, Justina.
Can we connect tonight?
Yes, we can connect tonight. I'm up till the wee hours, honey. I don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, Steve, I'll call you also.
Okay, Trace, that's you?
Alvin.
Okay, Alvin, good. I want to talk to you, buddy. How you been doing? You okay?
Great, man. How are you?
Can't complain, buddy. I'm doing what I love.
Okay, we'll talk about.
Helping people is what we do, brother. And I will get to you. And you can call me, I'll call you.
Okay, thanks. I'll call you.
Anyway, just give me about a half an hour after this call to get a couple of things sorted, because calls have been coming through. And I got to get to Brother Jonathan first. He was one of the first ones, so I'll get to him, and then I'll get to all of you guys. So, Charles.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, man. You're always welcome. Hey, guys, listen. The questions are very simple. 2 to get 2 to get 2. That's all it is. 2 to get 2 to get 2, all the way down. If you find somebody that's struggling, you reach down to help them. If you find out they're struggling because they're lazy or they just don't care, then you're going to find them. I'm just being honest with all of you. Replace them. Replace them. Get a third person. They'll still make money. They still won't be mad at you, but you won't be depending on them. You won't be getting frustrated with them on a daily basis saying, what are you doing? Stop watching I Love Lucy and start working. Replace them. Being honest with you, what will happen is it'll be like flu. You'll get infectious and people will start catching on to what you're doing. And those people that you've been begging to go to work are now going to be begging you to come work with you, because people love success. People love success. And people say money isn't everything. Well, I beg to argue with anyone on this call that money is a lot, means a lot. No, it's not everything. 99% of everything besides someone you love and care about. It's about the only thing in believing in the Lord. That is it. Everything else, money, medical, emotional, even that marriage that you cherish has its ups and downs. Also financial. So get yourself financially stable and the rest will follow. Simple, basic rule. How do I know? I've been rich and poor 3 times, and I'm telling you, the rich times were great, the poor times were always frustrating and struggling. And I don't plan on, sorry guys, but take all of you with. So with that being said, kill the recording, kill the meeting, and let's get to work. We got 4 days. Good, guys.